Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be sharing my nighttime cleaning routine with you guys tonight. But to start things out, I actually wanted to share something that someone from my church shared with me this last week. And I feel like it was just a light bulb moment where something just clicked. And I think this is going to help me in so many ways. So I wanted to make sure to share it with you guys as well. So what they said is oftentimes we look at things like we did or we didn't do something. Either we did perfect and we didn't get any takeout this week, or we didn't do perfect and we did get takeout. Or I did do my nighttime cleaning routine every single night this week, or I didn't do my nighttime cleaning routine every single night this week. And I feel like it's kind of like an all or nothing mentality, which that's something that I personally have struggled with forever. I am definitely that kind of personality, like all or nothing. I really struggle with doing things in moderation. And so when I do something, I will give it my all. But then if I hit a big hiccup, I end up being really hard on myself and feeling like a complete failure on it, as opposed to just kind of focusing on the progress. So anyway, that was kind of the point of what they were saying, is instead of just looking at everything as you did or didn't do something, or you were successful or you failed, instead put some focus on the progress that you're making. So for example, if you are struggling to not get takeout and you have a week where you get takeout a few times still, but you also eat at home a few times, then that should be viewed as a success, because you are doing better than you did before, and on the journey in the big scheme of things, like, you are making progress. And that will actually kind of tie into my nighttime cleaning routine, because some nights I do a lot of extra stuff and other nights I don't get any of this done. And then I would say most nights I'm getting kind of a majority of this done, but really it is all about the journey and giving a focus to the progress that you're making and not viewing everything as so black and white and so pass or fail. So I hope that that can kind of resonate with you as much as it did with me this week. I feel like it's just going to be so much better for my mindset and just keep me in a more positive mind space a lot more often. So the first thing that I've started doing in my nighttime cleaning routine is actually just to very quickly tidy up my bathroom. Now, typically I only do a topical surface tidy and just kind of clear off the countertops. I usually do not mess with wiping everything down, cleaning the mirror, anything. However, on this night, I have had some tape up on my mirror for the last few weeks, just kind of figuring out what kind of new mirror I want to put into this bathroom. Finally, I decided to go ahead and take that tape down. And when I did, there was a little mark on the mirror. So I decided to go ahead and remove that. And when I did, it was a little bit trickier than I thought. And I ended up having to grab a sponge and some soap. And then it turned into one of those if you give a mouse a cookie moments, where I already had my cloths out and I was already cleaning that mirror. So I went ahead and cleaned the other mirror. And then since I had all my cloths out, I continued to clean the shower door, and then I continued to wipe down the counters. But just know that on a typical night, I am not doing any of this like more deep cleaning. It truly is more of like a topical clean 99% of the time.
Through the window, past the dirt road, watching clouds flow through the sky with the town.
Once I got all my counters wiped off, I just made sure to push everything back where it went, including my Foreo Luna 4 cleansing brush. And I'm so excited to team up with Foreo once again to share an amazing discount code with you guys for this little brush. This is not like a typical cleansing brush, because it can not only cleanse your face, but you can also do like firming massages, and you can do them on your own, or you can use their app and then do a guided massage. But I have used this for the past several months, morning and night, and I have felt such a difference in my skin. So I will have my link down below. You will get 21% off the Luna 4 device. This is one of those items that's going to be an investment in your skin, and if you try it out, I know you're going to love it as much as I do.
All the places I've been, never changes like them. Like an old friend that can come and go. This will always be my home.
Next, I move into my bedroom, and at this point there really isn't usually a whole lot to do in here because I have actually started doing a little bit to my bedroom in my morning routine, which let me know if you guys would like to see a morning cleaning routine because I can definitely share that as well. But I feel like I've been really perfecting my routines lately and they have made such a difference in my days. But because I do include my bedroom in my morning routine, I just kind of like to do a light tidy in the evening and just pick up any clutter or any mess on the floor. And that way I'm just able to go to sleep with a clean bedroom and also wake up to a clean room, which feels incredible. Let me know if it bothers you to go to sleep in a messy bedroom or if it's not a big deal to you. I know some people are very intense, like they have to have a clean room to go to sleep, and then others it doesn't bother them at all. The next thing that I just started doing a few weeks ago is prepping out a load of laundry for the next morning. So we don't typically run our washing machine at night just because it kind of bothers Kyle when he's trying to go to sleep. It doesn't bother me because I feel like it's just white noise, but what I do is just stick the dirty clothes into the washing machine and then fill it up with all the detergent and everything. And then in the morning, all you have to do is turn the washing machine on and press go. And it's just one of those like no-brainer things in the morning that doesn't really add to your morning, but it gets your morning off to a really productive start. And then to go along with that, I also like to put away one load of laundry that we did during the day, and that has been really helping me keep up with loads of laundry. So on this night, I did not do this, but a lot of times I will pop on like a YouTube video or put on a show or something to watch while I do this load of laundry, and that has just been kind of keeping me company. But for me, it's been really nice to fold laundry and put it away in the evening like this, just because I feel like in the evening things kind of slow down and it's just more of a relaxed time. And I just feel like this is kind of the moments that I'm able to actually fold laundry and not feel like I'm having to rush through the process or anything. I can kind of enjoy it a little bit more, which I don't necessarily know that I enjoy doing laundry, but it hasn't been bothering me so much when I do it in the evening like this. So my nighttime routine is mostly the same. However, the timing of it kind of varies. And also sometimes Kyle will help me out with the nighttime routine. Sometimes he will take on a little more of it if I'm really busy, or nights like tonight, I end up doing a lot of it myself. But on this night, I worked on my bedroom a little bit while the kids were playing a game with Kyle in the living room. And then we took a break to hang out together as a family for a little bit, got the kids to bed, and then I jumped back into my nighttime cleaning routine and got the kitchen and living room done. So you'll see that in just a minute. Some nights I'll do all of this before the kids go to bed, and I would say more often than not, I do a majority of this routine after the boys go to sleep. But it really just depends on like how the night is going. Now that the boys were going to sleep, I went ahead into the living room to just tidy everything up. And like I said, a lot of times Kyle will actually help me, especially with this part. We tend to do this part together on a lot of nights. However, on this specific night, he was doing a lot of computer work, so he was just busy with that. So I just ended up taking care of this on my own tonight. But I usually will start out just doing a very topical tidy in the living room, just kind of moving any furniture that may have gotten gotten moved throughout the day, picking up any messes, putting away the throw blankets and resetting up the throw pillows, and just almost giving the living room like a little reset. However, during my nighttime routine, I typically won't worry about the floors. I won't worry about wiping down the table or anything like that. It's just a topical tidy. Alright, now the kitchen is another story. The kitchen is really where I spend a bulk of my time. This is the space that I do a full clean, not to the floors or anything, and I'm not, deep cleaning any appliances or anything like that. But I make sure that I get everything off the counter. I reset the table, which sometimes becomes our little catch-all. And then I make sure to load up the dishwasher and hand wash any dirty dishes, and then give the counters a good wipe down. I always feel like the kitchen is the heart of the home, and that's kind of where we all congregate. Like, we all come to the kitchen first thing in the morning. We go there after school. We spend our evenings in the kitchen together. So I really like the first place that we go to in the morning as a family to be really nice and clean. And I just feel like it really sets me up for a productive day. Now, I have definitely struggled with maintaining my routines over the last couple of years. I've had kind of some ups and downs over the last few years. And so my routines have definitely reflected that. However, I have pretty much maintained a nighttime routine through this entire time. Now, sometimes it definitely looks a little bit different, but I feel like how I've done my kitchen at night, that has maintained for years and years and years, and not really a whole lot has changed about that. I feel like I wake up with a ton of stuff to get done every day anyway, but when I wake up to a dirty kitchen, I feel like I'm immediately behind the power curve, and I just have to spend the first 30 minutes or so playing catch up from the day before. So I like to do this for my future self, and it always helps me out the next day. So typically, we do not have a full dishwasher at the end of the day, but we ended up having to run the dishwasher an extra time during this day. It doesn't usually happen like this, but it did on this day. So for that reason, I was having to unload the dishwasher in the evening and then restart only a partial load. But typically how it happens is we kind of load our dishwasher up a little bit throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I will finish loading up the dishwasher, actually run it at night. And then in the morning, it's usually Liam and Noah's job to empty the dishwasher, and Luke takes out the kitchen trash. And that is just kind of one of their morning chores that they do.
There's this feeling we're all so much more than we seem. They can box us up in walls, but that don't change anything. There's a sun on the rise, painting all the sky blue, where the morning meets the night and every color breaks through. We learn how to fly through the fall, learn how to fight through it all. We can see the world getting smaller as we rise up, learn how to give what we take, learn how to bend but not break, to give it all, not play it safe every day, like it'll be our last alive. We're the way back to the stars. We are the dreamers, we are the dreamers. We're the fire that lights up the dark. Millions of faces, every place, one beating heart.
You guys, I love having a nighttime routine. I personally feel like it is the most important cleaning routine that you can have because it is going to set up your day for success every single time that you do it. And it really doesn't have to be super difficult. It really just needs to be what benefits you the most. Like, don't go crazy so that you're so super tired the next day. But if you can do those little things so that you're not starting behind the curve in the morning, you are going to thank yourself later. And it's amazing how much more productive you can be in the morning when you don't have to do all those little tiny things because you spent, maybe 10 or 20 minutes doing it the night before. This routine typically only takes me like maybe 20 minutes or so to do. And like I said, it's because I'm not doing anything really in depth. I'm just kind of doing a general tidy. And then in the morning, I'm able to work on like my weekly cleaning routine where I focus on a little bit more of that deep cleaning of different areas in my home. But let me know in the comments, do you have a nighttime routine? And if you do, what does that consist of for you? And also I'm curious, is it something that you have been very consistent with? Do you do that most nights? Or is it more like, that's my ideal nighttime routine, but I'm still working on it? I would just kind of love to know where you guys are at with it and what it consists of.
Faces, every place, one beating heart. Every place, one beating heart. Every place, one beating heart.
Finally, at the very end of my nighttime cleaning routine, I just like to use my e-cloth to go ahead and wipe down and clean my counter and stove. And then I go right behind it with my bloom towel to dry and polish everything off and get it looking nice and shiny and really nice and clean for the morning.
Behold all the pieces of fortress that once stood. The canvas's colors can't hold like they once could. And listen to the growing sound of all I've known that bids me farewell. I saw the new horizon deep within your eyes as the autumn leaves fell. And I'm in love. Yeah, I'm in love. Oh, you broke me like the dawn breaks through the night. That didn't even know that it needed light. And I'm in love. What good are hands if there's nothing that they hold? And what good are hearts if you bury them all alone? Oh, everything I knew is turning into ruins in your shadow. And I thought that I'd be ready, but falling isn't steady once you let go. And I'm in love. Yeah, I'm in love.
So this is actually not part of my nighttime cleaning routine. However, this has been my nighttime routine for, I would say, the last few weeks. And a lot of it has been kind of the same, but I've just changed it up a little bit. So what I like to do once I'm done with the kitchen and cleaning, and usually Kyle and I will have a little extra time together and we'll watch a show together or do something like that. But once all of that is done, I will come into my bathroom and wash my face. And so here I'm just using my Foreo Luna Floor Cleanser that I was talking about earlier. And then I also just recently started showering at night, which has been really awesome. I feel like it's been a huge time saver. And I also have been working on not washing my hair every day because I have been a daily hair washer for years and years and years, and I've tried to fix that and adjust it, and I've kind of struggled with it, but I've asked my sisters a bunch of tips, and I've been working really hard to do that, and that has been helping me a lot too. So nighttime showers and not washing my hair every night has been saving me a lot of time. And then once I get out of the shower and into PJs, I usually like to pull out my workout clothes for the next morning because I've been starting to do pickleball in the morning. It's just been a really fun way to work out. And then right before bed, I like to sit down and plan out my day in my planner. That way I can be really intentional with my time the next day, and I'm not having to spend a lot of time in the morning trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to be doing that day. I just already have it laid out for me. And then once I'm done with that, I put away my phone for the night. I don't pick it up, and I actually just read some scriptures, which has been really nice. Kyle has been spending probably the last year or year and a half reading right before bed, and he swears it helps him so much. And I've done this with him occasionally, but this year I made it a goal to go ahead and start doing that, and it has made the biggest difference. So definitely reading right before bed has helped me just kind of settle my mind and help me sleep a lot better. And that concludes my nighttime cleaning routine, as well as a little sneak peek into my personal nighttime routine. But I hope you guys got a lot of motivation from today's video, and I also hope it felt relaxing to you to just hang out with me for a little while. And if you are still in need of more motivation, I'm gonna link my After Dark cleaning playlist right here. This has been a request from several of you to create a playlist like this because you guys love how relaxing and peaceful these videos are. So now, whenever you're needing a little calmness in your life, you can turn this on and just hang out with me for a while. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.